All right, well, we are here in Rutherford to start off this game between Hoboken Redwings and the Bulldogs. I'm Alex Lefkowitz, and I will be partnered up with Shane Gagne for the call here today as this game gets underway. The Bulldogs will start off on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here comes the first snap of this one. It's going to be a quarterback keeper.
Interesting first play call there, try and get a drive started. I don't hate that decision. We saw a lot of it in that Hawthorne-Secaucus game, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of that today.
So a short gain. Comes Rutherford again. And it's a run up the middle. That gains a couple. Here come the Bulldogs after the short game. There's a flag on the field.
All right, so Alex, Hoboken had one of their greatest seasons in recent history, 9-0, and now they're going to face off the Rutherford Bulldogs, who are 7-1. What do you think that they need to do to keep this momentum going?
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he stopped short at around the line of scrimmage. Big play for Hoboken's defense.
Defense, you got to get pressure on him.
There's a throw. Dancing around in the pocket, and he's going deep.
Defense, don't give him no time. Push the screen. Get the pressure.
Rutherford looking quick throw on a slant.
Great defense from the Redwings there. They've been great all season on defense on both sides of the ball, and we just saw that right there.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Rutherford comes into this game 7-1, and Hoboken comes into this game 9-0. But with Rutherford having the home field advantage, it doesn't seem like any team is the underdog coming into this game.
Definitely not.
Here comes the punt for the Bulldogs. And that punt doesn't go high, but it's a decent punt. Here comes Hoboken on the return. He gets up past the 35, near the 40. So in the bracket in this Section 2 Group 2 tournament for North Jersey, Beckton and Madison both pulled off upsets yesterday, and they will play each other in the second round of the tournament in the semifinals. So that's interesting outcomes in those games.
Most definitely. And I can't wait to see this Red Wings offense today. They've been great all season, and today should be no different.
Yeah, they average 4 touchdowns a game. Here comes Isaiah Blanks. 1,421 passing yards on the season, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks, and he'll just toss it to his man out of the backfield. Ooh, gain a little bit here.
Decent to start your drive, get it going. You didn't get much, but I do love how they're coming out passing, even if it's just a short pass play. You still love to see it.
And Hoboken comes into this game having their first 9-0 season since 2005. That year they went on 12-0 and won a group championship. Here comes the play from the right hash. Blanks is going to hand it off right up the middle. Hoboken stopped short. That's Devin McMillan on the run, 1,022 rushing yards this season, 12 rushing touchdowns.
A lot of rushing touchdowns. He's like a power back, and that's just exactly what this Red Wings offense needs.
All right, it's going to be another handoff. McMillan, he gets a nice gain there. Up past the 35. Hoboken coming off at 33-17 win over Pastic Hills. Rutherford most recently lost 41-20 to Butler in the NJICAA championship. That makes 2 in a row for Butler. Looks like Hoboken's going to send out the punt unit here.
I like the play design there. It didn't work out, but quarterback, he's been very calm in the pocket so far today, and that type of thing is what the Red Wings need to keep drives going. It didn't work the first time around, but just continuing to do that all game is a very winning mentality.
Yeah. And so 2 drives, 2 punts. Rutherford will get the ball back. Big hit from Hoboken on the punt. And that was Joshua Enriquez on the hit. And Rutherford comes back on offense.
Defense, get pressure! Let's go, Papa, get him! Let's go, run!
Rutherford on their second offensive drive. It's going to be the quarterback people. We've done a lot of those so far this game. And they get up to the 40-yard line with that. That's Miles Balchin, who has 14 passing touchdowns this season.
I like the play design there. It worked. We see a lot of that, though, from teams across the league. A lot of QB keepers, up the middle. And I'm not sure if I love that play design. Your quarterback's going to get hit. This time it works, though.
Yeah. And there came another QB keeper. This one will lose yards. Hoboken's defense has been explosive so far.
Yeah, most definitely. We've seen them just completely shut down Hawthorne. It's still very early in the game. Hawthorne still has a lot of game to, change stuff up. I would love to see them take some deep shots downfield, maybe some halfback pitches, stuff like that. I don't love two QB keepers up the middle, but hey, it's their game. They've been great this season. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Hoboken, 4-0 in conference play this season. They finished third out of 112 teams. Very impressive. First in their division. And they're looking to win their first group championship since 2015. Looks like there's a timeout here. So Rutherford last won a group championship in 2018. They took down Kit Tatney 62-14. Great blowout in that game.
That is a huge blow. Oh my god.
Rutherford comes into this game having gone second in their conference and first in their division. 6-0 and undefeated. Rutherford is in the black, Hoboken's in the white. And still stands at 0-0. Quick throw from Rutherford. And that was game. Still, though, Hoboken's defense is playing good.
Yeah, they've been great today. Just been explosive defense. I love a good defense more than I love a good offense, and that's why they've been great this entire season. And so far, they have prevailed.
More football!
All right, here comes Rutherford. Quarterback's going to take off here and gets pushed out of bounds. And here comes the play from the 30. That's where the ball will be spotted. Here comes the punt. Sent all the way past the logo. Back to Hoboken. I'll the punt. And it'll go out of bounds, so it'll be Hoboken's ball.
Jeez. Now
Hoboken on their second drive. We've seen 3 drives so far. We've seen 3 punts.
Let's go offense!
Whoever offense can get started first might be the team that wins here.
Can't wait to see this second drive from the Redwings. The first one didn't really work out, but I love that their offense was somewhat explosive early on, and we'll see how it goes here.
Good throw by Blanks on a green pass. Hoboken gets a nice gain.
Great way to start the drive there. They've done some short pass plays early on, and they've worked. I would love to see maybe a run here, like right up the middle, get that first down. But so far, they've been great.
Yeah, totally. On the left hash here. Blanks. Quick throw. He stopped short on second down.
Great job by the Hawthorne defense. They were there right away to blow that play up, and that's just a great mentality to have. Just, they're not missing tackles. They're making plays. They're not making any mistakes early on.
Big third down here. Comes Hoboken. It's going to be a handoff. And Rutherford saying that they held. That's what they did. Play. They're going to go for it. On 4th down, it looks like.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Love the aggression early in the game. Blanks is going to hand it off. And he looks like he's short.
Wow.
And they're saying they stopped him.
Great job by that Hawthorne defense. Completely shut them down right there. And now they've set up in plus territory. Maybe get a touchdown on the drive and completely shift momentum.
Yeah, great field position here for Rutherford.
Let's go, defense!
Here comes the play. It's going to be a QB keeper, and he's rocked as he rushed right up the middle.
Yeah, I'm not really certain why Rutherford keeps doing these QB keepers like right up the middle. You know, their quarterback, he's taking some hits early on. I think that maybe go for some pass plays. And if you don't really trust your quarterback to make some pass plays, maybe do some running plays. I just don't love that QB keeper.
Yeah, or just quick screen passes and get good blockers.
Yeah, completely agree.
All right, here comes the play. It's going to be another quarterback keeper. That was Matthew Edwards, though, a receiver on the rush.
Defense, get pressure! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
All right, big play from around the 35. It's a bobbled snap and a handoff. Minimal yardage. They do get past the 35-yard line.
That could have been trouble. He's very lucky he secured that ball.
Yeah. Is Rutherford staying out here?
Watch the ball!
It looks like they were up at the line.
Wow, first down.
Rutherford will move forward with that.
Let's go, run!
All right, Rutherford from the 30. It's a quick throw and it's completed. And he gains just a little bit.
I really like that play call there. You know, it didn't get you a lot of yards, but a great play design. Good job by the Redwings defense to make that tackle. But I do like how they're doing more pass plays and straying away from those QB keepers.
Yeah, that was Jojo Marulo on the reception there. Marulo comes in motion.
Tackle!
And that was a big play for Rutherford. Great run. Get even closer to the end zone.
Yeah, that was a great run there. Got around the outside. They're doing those halfback stretches, which I do like those as well. And now you got a big first down there. Maybe take a shot for the end zone here. One-on-one coverage.
Yeah. Miles Balchin, the junior. What can he do here in the red zone?
I'll start.
There's a flag on the play. Looks like it's fell forward.
D-line! You gotta get pressure!
Balchin is going to hand it off right up the middle. He stopped for a short gain.
See, now since the runs, they're not getting as much plays as they did originally. I think right here would be a great time to take a shot for the end zone.
Yeah, I totally agree. No offense has done anything so far this game.
Let's go run!
So end the first quarter here. Score still tied at 0 between the Redwings and the Bulldogs.
D-line! You gotta get pressure, D-line!
So far has been quite the defensive battle we've seen early on, and I am a little surprised. I expected more offense early on, but
really?
these two defensives, they were great all season, and we're seeing that here today.
Yeah.
Didn't you see the promo, bro? Come on.
And this game will mark
I don't know if you were showing videos or something, but you could hear the first.
And the winner of this game will play the winner of Shabazz and Lyndhurst in the next round.
The video.
Let's go defense!
And we switch sides here.
Oh, you gotta.
Get in there!
Get in!
Stop! Let's go
You
run!
can hear them through those headphones. Well, it's not showing up for some reason. Did I do something? I think I might have put something by accident. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Touchdown?
Yeah, it looks like a touchdown.
That is touchdown Rutherford.
Yeah. The first score of this game.
That's a great drive from Rutherford, set up in good territory, went down the field, scored on this dominant Red Wings defense. I cannot wait to see how the Red Wings respond here.
Yeah,
okay.
and you have to score in that kind of territory in this kind of game against this kind of defense if you want to win.
Yeah, completely agree.
That kick is up and good, and it'll be 7-0. Rutherford has the lead in the second quarter. And when we came into this game, it's the quarterback battle between Miles Balchin and Isaiah Blanks, both with very even stats. Both 5 interceptions. Balchin has about 45 more passing yards, and Blanks has 2 more touchdowns. Very even battle between these quarterbacks.
Hands ready! Hands ready!
Should I log in with yours? log illegal? Still not. Okay.
Here comes the kickoff. It's a short kick. Well, Redwings get on it. They'll have a great field position here.
Yeah, not the best kick there. And with how good Hoboken is offensively, giving them that sort of, spot on the field, like near midfield, could turn up to be not the greatest thing to happen for Rutherford.
Yeah, and that could be a mistake there. So near the 40, past the 35 to start this drive. Great play for Hoboken, and they're knocking on the door near the red zone.
Wow, what a way to start a drive after giving up a touchdown there and just breaking through. That's their big play this game. And plays like that is exactly what you need to respond after going down early. Great job.
Yeah, totally. Big play. Great way to start off a drive when your offense has been sluggish to start this game. And it's McMillan taking the snap and gaining a couple yards. That's their running back. He was over 1,000 yards on the season.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that all year from him. He's been phenomenal all season long. And stuff like that is why he's been one of the best players on this team. And that's just a great run right there. Decent gain right here. Maybe go for one-on-one again. Haven't thrown the ball much all game. And take a shot for the end zone.
All right, and here comes a run as he rolled out to the right.
See, that's kind of where I disagree with Hoboken. They had that great run, but now I feel like they're running the ball a little too much now. Haven't really done anything in the passing game. So I think now, 3rd and long, maybe go for throw. Doesn't have to be a shot at the end zone. Just try and move the sticks.
Yeah. And they come from the left hash here. And under pressure and just way overthrows the receiver. That'll be incomplete.
I like the pass play there. It didn't work, but, at least that they're giving their quarterback more trust. We've seen nearly almost all runs today. And now that we're seeing more pass plays, more aggression here, I do really like that.
Yeah, totally. All right, Isaiah Blanks. What will he do for Hoboken here? Behind the line, big play for the Bulldogs defense.
Great job by Rutherford. Got the pressure there. Great job. Their defense has just been great. Their offense got that opening drive their second drive, I believe it was, for a touchdown. And now their defense is making a stand here.
Yeah, and by definition from the records, it would be an upset for Rutherford, though no team looks so much better than the other coming into this game.
Let's go defense!
And it looks like McMillan is going to take the snap again. We've seen a little bit of that on the drive.
Tackle.
And not a big play for Hoboken. So the score is still 7-0 Rutherford if you're just joining us. That's a nice game for Rutherford.
Yeah, great job. Way to avoid the tackle there and break free downfield. See, that is stuff that you want to see from your running back, especially a young running back. A lot of potential, big future ahead. You want to see plays like that out of them.
And now they're up at the 40, looking to make it 14-0.
Let's go, defense!
It's a quick throw. Rutherford, their offense is moving well on the track. He's still going. He's up to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and he's brought down near the 10. That's a great run for Rutherford. That's Dimitri Paskis.
Yeah, what a run. They've been wearing out this Red Wings defense early on, and the Red Wings, their offense hasn't had much to respond with, and now that's what you want to do. You forced a turnover, and now you're all the way down the field, and that's just a great job right there by Rutherford, and now they're looking to put up 6 on the board again.
Let's go!
All right, quick throw. It's going to be caught. Rutherford is going to be just short of the end zone. Good play. Ball was caught by Jojo Marula. Bolton, he's going to take it himself, and they score. Touchdown, Rutherford. The quarterback sneaks haven't been great this game, but this one pays off.
Yeah, we saw early on those QB keepers. They weren't doing much, but now it seems like that's the reason why they're scoring. The Red Wings defense, they've been worn out. It seems like maybe they're not they were hoping for more of a break, on the sideline. Their offense keeps being turned over. They haven't been moving the ball, and Rutherford's been capitalizing off of it.
Yeah, Rutherford makes this one 14-0 in the second quarter. At what point does this game get out of hand for Hoboken? Because they need to score soon.
Yeah, absolutely they do. Their offense has been lackluster this entire game, but here is a great time to respond. Nice long drive, wear out the second quarter, get a touchdown on the board, and that's how you shift momentum.
Yeah, totally agree. And they should get the ball to start the second half.
Yep.
The touchdown drive could start with a big kick return here. Here comes the kick. Not a good return for Hoboken at all.
Yeah, not a good return at all. If they manage to make a comeback here in advance, they might be looking for a new kick returner.
Yeah, and they had the botched punt earlier.
Yep, shaky on the return so far.
Yeah, special teams hasn't been looking great. And obviously, to win big games like these, you got to be great on all three phases of the game. Here comes one. He's going, and he is gone. Big play for Hoboken. That is Devin McMillan on the rush there.
Wow, that is just an unbelievable run. Broke multiple tackles. What a way to respond after going down 14 early.
Yeah. Last few drives have had big plays, and this is the first drive where they actually capitalized.
That might be their longest play of the season.
The kick make it a 7-point game. And that could have just been the play that changed the momentum in Hoboken's favor. In Hoboken, they've averaged 4 touchdowns a game this season. And they get their first of the game. Here in the second quarter, make it a 1-score game.
And that's the play that we might look back on when this game's over if Hoboken comes back and wins this thing. Maybe this is where the momentum shifted. Maybe this is where Hoboken starts to try and pull through. Their defense needs to make a stop here. They do receive the ball, I believe, in the second half. And then it seems like Hoboken, they're starting to get into their groove. We saw all season how great they were. And they've been sluggish to start, but I can feel the momentum changing.
Yeah, totally. Here comes the kickoff for Hoboken. Here it comes.
Stand up, stand up. Let's go.
It's returnable. It's not a horrible return. Gets out to around the 25.
So Rutherford had the early 14-0 lead, and now Hoboken responded here. You're Rutherford. What do you try and do here? Do you try and play conservative, try and run the clock, or do you start trying to be more aggressive on this drive?
I think I run out the second quarter and try to get a field goal or a touchdown, make it a 2-score game, so that you're safe for when the second half starts.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to make it. You want to flip the momentum back to your side. You don't want to make it where Hoboken still has the momentum.
Mm-hmm. And don't want to turn the ball over.
Tackle right there.
And here comes a little toss.
Usually the way it works is as the football team gets
A little gain, good amount of yardage.
you have someone even if they're a good soccer player, they have a chance to get the ball typically. Drop. So like better the football team is, you can expect you get one player to drop for the soccer team.
Let's go, defense!
False start.
There's going to be a flag on the field here. Rutherford up by 7, trying to hold on. Get to halftime with a lead.
He doesn't even practice. That's why I just like this. They never miss an extra point. Yeah. 17 yards. It's blocked. It's not really getting blocked. Right. Like, no one's getting it. Yeah, no, blocked. Right. It's kicking into someone's back. Like, let's see.
Rutherford with a quick throw. Actually blown up by the Redwings defense. Barring the last 2 drives have been very impressive.
The Redwings, I mean, we've seen this team is 9-0 for a reason, and we've seen that they've struggled early on, but after that last drive, we could see that they seem to have more enthusiasm, and they've been attacking more defensively. They had that big explosive play on offense, and that's just what you want to see out of them.
Yeah. That's what one good drive, one great play can do for you. Here comes Rutherford under pressure.
Hands up.
And he's just going to chuck it out of bounds. Good, smart play from Rutherford's quarterback.
Yeah, just get rid of the ball. We see that a lot with QBs who try and sometimes make too much happen, but just having good awareness, not taking a sack. Now, that does stop the clock. That's the only issue here. And they will punt it away. But I do just like getting rid of the ball there.
Yeah. I think if I'm Rutherford, I'd rather stop the clock than maybe slide down, lose a lot of yardage, and give Hoboken great field position. Especially now they have way more momentum.
Yep, definitely.
Here comes the punt for Rutherford. Hoboken's defense with another good defensive drive and a slip up from the punt returner. And you could say that's his second mistake on punt returning so far.
Yeah. They might have some punt returner tryouts at practice next week.
Yeah, special teams needs to get just a little better for Hoboken.
That's the second mistake the kid did.
Let's go, Red!
Can you hear me? Sure.
Blanks is going to toss it to his man in the backfield. He rolls out left on that play and gains a little bit.
Yeah, I paid $5.
Second down for the Redwings. It's a handoff.
Off there.
And we'll get close to the first down yardage.
This Red Wings run game has been great all day today. It seems like every single run that they have has gotten them positive yards.
Yeah, and that's Devin McMillan. That's what he can do for your team. And it seems he's really been the driving force for this offense so far.
Most definitely.
Let's go, Jay.
He's still going. And got it. Huge play for Hoboken.
Man, that's their second big run of the game. After being down 14-0 early on, they've just seemed like they've responded and they felt unfazed this game.
Yeah, and that was wide receiver Jayon Walker there. Huge play.
All that whole day, and that's been going on.
So good, Jay.
Looks like that play was called back.
Let's go, Red!
Blanks is going to hand it off. Devin McMillan right up the middle. Gains a little bit.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate touchdown to get off the board. Huge play, gets called back, but you just got to keep the same mentality you've had all game. Just keep trying to do stuff what you've been doing offensively.
Yeah, and the big plays are coming for Hoboken. So that wasn't the end of the world for them so far. Blanks. Looking for a man. Up past the logo. and into plus territory for Hoboken. That is Nick Benway on the reception.
That's a great throw right there. Great pocket presence, and then just fired a strike downfield. Great job to respond after that big play got called back.
Let's go offense!
Come on, boys.
There's John Walker on the bottom of your screen.
Get outside.
McMillan's going to take it himself. And lose yardage back near the 50. Setback for Hoboken's offense. It's now 4th down. Hoboken's offense is out there. And there's a flag. Hoboken's offense will move back. So now, punting unit will come back out. So what does that penalty do? I mean, Hoboken was trying to be aggressive here.
Yeah,
but that penalty moves him back.
Yeah, moves him back. Gives the punter more space for a punt. Doesn't really do much there, though.
Yeah, but they were going to go for it.
Yeah.
Now they can't.
Can't go for it. But on 4th down, both sides of the ball, they have struggled, at least early on. But I guess a punt like that could end up being beneficial because of the struggles they've had on 4th down. I don't love going for it there. I actually do like punting it more here, especially getting the ball in the second half.
And now they can pin him back deep. The teams have a little meeting. So, in the second half, what do you think needs to improve for both of these teams?
So, Redwings, they've had a sluggish start, most definitely, like you said, but they have been doing well later on in the first half. So I think just continuing to apply pressure, continuing to do well on offense, which they have done so far. But for the Bulldogs, I think that they need to, start doing more killing drives that Hoboken's had. They've had great drives, and they haven't really been able to respond.
Yeah. All right, Hoboken's punting unit is out there, looking to pin him back deep.
All right, come on. Pin him. Good.
And that looked like a nice punt. Took them behind the 30. So it's fine field position for Rutherford, but not amazing. Solid punt there for Hoboken.
Yeah, decent punt.
First down for Rutherford. At the 28.
Tackle.
Rush up the middle. And it's a solid rush for the Bulldogs. And that's John NJSIAA on the run.
That's a great rush. With multiple guys coming at you, he just kept going forward. And then that's a great way to start a drive.
Here comes a quick throw, and it's incomplete. There's going to be a flag in the field there. Hoboken doesn't seem to like the throw.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get defensive pass interference here, isn't it? Which I'm not sure I agree with that call at all. It seems like both sides, you usually just let that play out. You don't throw a flag on that. I'm not sure they're picking it up. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that call.
Yeah, I mean, it was aggressive, and defense was being touchy. But both sides were playing like that. I could see both sides to that call. And now Rutherford's in much better position in plus territory. 2 yards past the 50.
We gave them 14. Oh, no. If it's the ball, I have those accounts. It won't be a time. It's a live ball.
That was a pass incomplete, intended for Russ Snyder. And only 36 seconds remain in this half.
D-line, you gotta get pressure, defense! Push him back! Push him back!
Somebody's gonna make a play.
Low snap. Quarterback under pressure, and he's knocked down. That's a great play for Hoboken's defense.
That's a huge play right there. And now that's a drive killer. And let's see if they'll just run this clock out.
Yeah. They don't have to snap it here. Hoboken would want them to.
All right. Oh, someone's took a timeout. Oh, he's gonna throw one deep. Yeah.
We got a timeout here. All right, well, as the score stands, it's 14-7 between Rutherford and Hoboken. Hoboken gets the opening kick of the second half, which is usually seen in a game that's as close as this one, as the most important drive of the game. So if the score stays as it is, what does Hoboken need to do on that drive?
Just get that opening drive touchdown, equalize the score. I feel like the score doesn't tell the whole story for Hoboken's offense. They've been pretty great this game. They had a big play called back, and if they could just repeat that in the second half, I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game.
Yeah, I just think they need to be more efficient in plus territory. Here comes the play for Rutherford. It's a solid game for the Bulldogs. And this half is up. So the score is 14-7 between the Redwings and the Bulldogs in the North Jersey Section 2 Group 2 game. Winner will play the winner of Chabaz versus Lyndhurst. And I'm Alex Lefkowitz, my partner here with Shane Guiney. We're going to take a little break for halftime. So we'll see you for the start of the third quarter.
Played by number 2, Devin McMahon. After by number 4, James Joy. And number 52, Shabbat West. With a 2nd and 8 for Hoboken.
Let's go, Rod! Got him! Got him, James! Got him, James!
Wow, just missed him.
Let's go! You got this! Let's go!
Let's go, Rod! Let's go, defense! Pressure, pressure! There you go! Get back to defense!
Let's go!
Let me try her again. I'll have it going. I thought you were a little while.
Okay.
Here comes Hoboken. Looking. This a very important drive for Hoboken after they stalled out on their last drive. They need to tie it up here and fast.
Sorry for the long pause. Some technical difficulties.
All right, here comes a run up the middle for Hoboken. Solid game. That would be McMillan on another rush. He's had the bulk of possession for this offense so far.
Most definitely had that one big run in the first half. Had another one called back. And with score here, that's what you need out of them.
All right, here comes Hoboken. Not the greatest play. McMillan got the ball. He's been so good so far in this game. It's only a matter of time till he gets a big play, or anybody on this Hoboken offense. They can tie this game up.
Yeah, he's one of the big reasons why they're still in this game because of how good he's been. So they've been using him a lot, which I like how much they've used him this game.
Yeah. The defense has been really good for Hoboken as well.
Definitely.
The offense just needs to get a little more efficient here. Here comes a quick throw and couldn't corral it.
Just missed it. If he could bring that in, he could turn up field for an extra 15, maybe even 20 yards.
Yeah. That's the greatest play for Hoboken. There's still a lot of football left. All right, Blanks looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Great coverage from Rutherford. And that's Leo Kim. Beautiful play by him.
Great job. That was nearly intercepted. If he just had a couple, just one more second to get there, that's a pick, and then he could turn that upfield for a pick six even.
Yeah, and it seems there's been a lack of passes that exceed the first down marker. And so this is really the first time this game I've seen a great play by a DB. And that was beautiful right there.
Yeah!
Really solid punt.
Yeah!
And it's going to get stopped at around the 10. Amazing play. Amazing punt. Not a punter.
Yeah, what a punt. Now Rutherford's got to go 90-plus yards to get a touchdown here if they want to get 6 on the board and try and put this away.
Yeah, and if they stall out early, then it's going to turn out to be great field position for Hoboken.
Mhm.
Tackle!
Hoboken going to be able to stop Rutherford there. There's a flag on the play.
We're going to get holding. Looks like it might be holding on the offense.
All right, and if you're just joining us, Rutherford has the ball after a great punt from Hoboken. Make sure that they're going to have a long drive to get to the end zone. I'm Alex Lefkowitz. My partner in crime is Shane Guiney for this game. And Rutherford is backed up deep in their own territory. He's brought down. Great play from Hoboken's defense.
Yeah, but that's an interesting play design from Rutherford, and I'm not sure if I'm fully in agreement with. You're pinned down inside your own 10, and you're doing a QB sneak up the middle. I think maybe you should look to run the ball, get some more breathing room instead, and then look for some pass plays. Not sure if I agree with that play call.
Yeah. I mean, and here comes another run for Balchin. It'd actually be a solid gain on that last play. The offense looked a little lost.
Yeah.
It turned out that they didn't have the best play there, but that was a nice run by Balchin.
Yeah, most definitely. It worked around that time. But I just feel like they sometimes may overuse it a little, Rutherford. So I think maybe they should stray away from those for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, they have the lead. They don't have to have an all-out passing attack.
Yeah, you don't need your quarterback to take unnecessary hits.
Here comes a pass from Balchin. That's caught. A beautiful throw. And they're up past the 30. Great play. Ball was caught by Quinn Weber.
Yeah, what a throw by the quarterback. You know, they're pinned inside their own 20. You know, they have a long ways to go, and that's a great way to field. Nice chunk yards there.
Yeah, and while Miles Balchin, the play for him has mostly been runs. That was a nice play through the air for him, and hopefully he can get started to do that more often. Rutherford can hold on and win this game.
Most definitely.
A quick throw from Balchin. It's caught on the screen pass. And the ball's out. It's fumbled. So it's second down. All right. Second down for the Bulldogs. And that was incomplete. Intended for JoJo Marula. Third down for Rutherford.
Yeah, so third down, definitely might see a shot downfield here. Not necessarily a big throw, maybe just a pass play 15 yards. Maybe go for like a quick slant or a curl route. Don't need to do anything crazy. You have the lead. Just try and get a nice long drive, take a lot of time off the clock in the third quarter, try and get a touchdown. Even a field goal works out. Put up 2 scores.
Yeah, definitely don't do anything like throw it into a lot of defenders. That throw just hit the ground. Incomplete. Ball looked like it was overthrown there. It'll be fourth down now. Looks like the offense for Rutherford staying out here. Risky play call, but
124.
high risk. It's high reward. Actually going to end up punting it, so they kept the quarterback out there, but ended up punting it. We're going to call the play dead around the 25-yard line. And now Hoboken will get the ball with the chance to tie the game up.
I'm interested to see how Hoboken plays this drive, if they're going to play more conservative or if they're going to take shots downfield. We saw in their last drive, they had multiple throws down the field. Didn't necessarily work out, but I do like the aggressiveness.
And we're here in the third quarter. At what point is the clock against Hoboken?
So since
This is a nice play. That's gonna go for a touchdown. Beautiful play from Hoboken. I'm sorry to cut you off, Shane.
No, that's warranted. That's an incredible play.
Yeah, and that's their top receiver, Jalen Walker. He came into the game with 761 receiving yards, and he just got his 11th receiving touchdown on that play. Now they're an extra point away from tying up the game.
Well, how about that? They were down 14-0. Not a lot of production, and now just like that, they've tied the game, barring this extra point.
And so, yeah, the question I asked before is when is the time where the clock is against Hoboken? Do they can tie it up on this play here? And they have. The momentum 100% in Hoboken's favor. They look fired up.
Most definitely, as they should be. What a way to respond.
Yeah, that's what you got to see out of 9-0 teams. All right, that's the reason they're 9-0. They were down 14-0, and their fight is the reason they're back in this game.
Can't ever count them out.
Now they get to kick it off after tying it up. What can a big play for the offense like that do for that same team's defense?
So, obviously, we see momentum throughout both sides of the football. We see that's a way to get your team fired up. And now this game, despite it being tied, I would say is most definitely more in Hoboken's favor.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Joe Borkowski has his guys tied up now. They kick off to Rutherford. And that is a bobbled return. That's a bobbled catch. He's able to pick it back up. So it's been a little rough, both sides on special teams. But for Hoboken, it seems like their punter and kicker has been really efficient. And unfortunately, there's a Hoboken player down on the field. Hoping that he can recover, get up. Just wishing him the best. All right. Now Rutherford. They were really efficient for 2 drives earlier in this game, but Hoboken's defense has been shutting them down lately.
Yeah, and we've seen that all season, how good their defense has been. And that's why, they had a slow start, and they've recovered beautifully. Now this is a brand new ball game.
It totally is. It's going to be another quarterback keeper. So many of these quarterback keepers, and quarterbacks, they're not as good at carrying as the running backs and receivers are. So they gotta be careful. All right, and I do believe in Miles Balsham, but one fumble or one big hit changes this game drastically.
Yeah, QBs, they're not as used to taking as big of hits as wide receivers and running backs are.
He's going to get quickly eaten up by the defense. Huge play. They're loving it. Big sack for the Redwings. Amazing play there for Hoboken.
Now, if you're Rutherford, how do you settle your guys? Because obviously a lot has happened over the course of the game. After leading 14-0, now it's 14-0. How do you get your guys settled, relaxed, and reset their mind?
I mean, well, that's hard to do in this stage of the game. Now that we're past halftime. Hopefully there was a good talk at halftime. Hopefully Steve Dunn can get his guys situated on the sideline. There's going to be another sack. Hoboken's defense has been playing great. But yeah, so Rutherford offense especially might be a little rattled after 2 straight sacks. And they're going to punt again. But now it really comes down to the coaching. All right. These are high schoolers. And it's easier for them to get a little rattled and shaken up here and just start to freak out while on the field in a sense where they make mistakes easier. So now it really comes down to the coaching staff being inspiring and being good at getting these guys calm and making sure that they can hold on and keep this game tight and then hopefully take the lead.
What was that?
That was interesting what happened there. It was a flag.
Yeah, not sure what that was.
And that's what I'm talking about. They might be a little rattled. They got to stay calm.
Yeah.
If they don't, stuff like that happens.
And that might be an extra 15 yards after that punt.
Yeah. Hoboken has all the momentum. You don't want stuff like that to happen.
Most definitely not.
You see the crowd's getting into it.
You can't do that.
All right. Extra yardage for Hoboken.
Yeah, that might turn out to be a huge mistake on Rutherford's part.
Yeah, now they're in plus territory, great field position. They're coming off the big play. Hoboken's been really good at big plays in their own side of the field. Here comes a shot deep. Oh, what a throw by Blanks. And that one there was caught by Jaden Wright. Huge play. Hoboken's going to take a lead. And that's probably been the best play this game. An amazing, beautiful throw. Isaiah Blanks is amazing in that play.
That's an unbelievable throw. And in the words of Chris Collinsworth, that looked a little Mahomes. What a throw. My goodness, the separation on the wide receiver. And now just like that, they have the lead.
Great throw, great catch, everything great on that play. Just like that, Hoboken has a lead. That's what you like to see out of 9-0 teams. That's what 9-0 teams can do to you. And this kick is going to be no good. So first missed extra point of this game. Hoboken still has a 6-point lead with all the momentum, though. Hoboken's first lead of the game as they look to move on in this North Jersey Section 2 Group 2 tournament.
Yeah, that's the drive that we are going to turn back and look at. They got set up in plus territory thanks to the penalty and just an unbelievable throw. That could turn out to actually win them the game. Still a lot of football left, though. Still a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, and if Hoboken does pull off this win, then as this tournament stands, all teams with lower seeding will move on to the semifinal round of the first 3 games that are played. We still have Shabazz and Lyndhurst later today. That was a solid return, get them up near the 30. And we're going to start the fourth quarter. Now, third quarter's over. Hoboken has a lead. It's their first lead of the day. And the teams will get situated. Some good things are going to be, or some inspirational things are going to have to be said for Rutherford. They do have a chance to come back, though, when we start the fourth quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, now seems like a good time to thank our sponsor, SanDisk. Without them, none of this would be possible. So we just want to thank them as this fourth quarter starts. Rutherford's on the ball. We switch sides. Right. Hoboken up by 6 after the missed point. Is momentum still in their favor.
Most definitely.
Mosbachon, we've seen that he can throw. So they might need him to do something big here.
That's a good run right there. Nice way to get the drive started. Especially after, I think Hoboken has had numerous scoring drives in order. I think we had 2 in a row right there, 2 passing touchdowns. And just the the Bulldogs defense has fallen apart. Now it's up to their offense to get them back in this thing.
Yeah, here comes a handoff. And he's quickly stopped. Hoboken's defense has been really good, especially the defensive line. Games are won in the trenches there, and they've been really good.
You see the coach.
Hoboken's right there to stop him. That's John Walker on the tackle.
And I mean, we've seen that from their defense the whole game. They haven't made any mistakes, no tackling mistakes. They've made great tackles. After starting the game down 14-0, they've been locked down.
Yeah, and this has been a great comeback so far. If Hoboken can hold on, these guys are going to be remembering this game for a while, right? Every single part of this offense and every single part of this defense has been efficient for Hoboken so far.
Oh, might have jumped.
And that one's going to be against Hoboken. We'll move Rutherford up to the 50 here.
We saw that missed extra point. If Rutherford can get a touchdown here and make their extra point, they're back on top. So that missed kick actually might be something to remember.
Yeah. And they're slowly moving down the field. It's probably been one of their better starts to a drive in a while.
Yeah, since the start of the game.
Here they are from the 50. It's a toss to the running back. Who has a good play up to the 40, up to the 30, now past the 20.
Wow, what a run. I mean, we've seen explosive plays like that on both sides of the ball for both Hoboken and Rutherford. Just a very entertaining game we've had so far. And now look at Rutherford. They might actually get a touchdown here, and they can very well take the lead back.
Yeah, and that's John NJSIAA on the rush there. Great one. short rush by the quarterback. Junior came into this game 1,467 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, just 5 picks. Both of these quarterbacks came in with 5 picks in this game, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen a pick in this game so far.
No, I don't believe we have. Not many mistakes.
Quarterback keeper. Just gained a couple. Now Rutherford knocking on the door of the end zone.
Good job, Caden. Go line.
Looks like another keeper there. He didn't get it. Another quarterback keeper. And he's in.
Wow.
Touchdown, Rutherford. They're an extra point away from taking the lead. And there it is, Miles Bolchin. He's into the end zone. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
Yeah, wow. And just like that, Rutherford's an extra point from taking the lead. That's just a great way from the offense to respond.
Yeah, and so you were correct earlier. That missed extra point might come back to bite Hoboken.
And it does.
And that was good. Rutherford has a lead. That's so good because their offense hasn't been playing well
No.
for a while in this game. Now they get it. They have the lead. And Hoboken, definitely capable of having a good drive and taking the lead, but that pushes the momentum back into Rutherford's favor a little bit. Great touchdown, great drive. And that's what you want to see if you're a coach.
Yeah, most definitely. Rutherford, after being up 14-0, they've been shaky the entire game. Now, getting a touchdown there, it obviously gives them the lead, but that sort of settles the momentum in this game.
Yeah, could not agree more. Now Rutherford kicks off with the lead. And that was their first touchdown since leading 14-0 early in this game. So Hoboken start their drive. 7.5 minutes remain in the game. Now they could use a long, methodical drive that gets them to the end zone. Get a 2-point conversion, take the 7-point lead, and win. See what they do here. That was a nice kick. It goes out of back. Hoboken's offense will come on here. Biggest drive of the game so far.
Yeah, most definitely. This is where we see how Hoboken can respond. They've responded greatly so far this game, and now this is just a huge drive. It's up to Rutherford's defense to make a stop here. They've been pretty good all game. As of recently, they've had their struggles, but here's where we see how this game can actually turn out.
Yeah. Biggest drive of the game, definitely for both teams, but especially for Hoboken. There's a screen pass. Doesn't get much out of it.
Yeah, I don't hate that play call on first down. You have downs to work with. You definitely want to run the clock here. You want to make sure that if you do score, you don't give Rutherford a lot of time. And I think that Hoboken, they've got a good shot here. How well their offense has been performing this entire game.
Yeah, the reason I don't hate Hoboken's situation is because they have Devin McMillan. He's been great in this game. So they can do what you just said and run out the clock because he's been so efficient while also getting past the chains and getting first downs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent game for Hoboken there. And Hoboken has the ball near the 25. Down by 1. Blanks. Looking. He can't get out of pressure, just tossing it away. Now there's a fumble on the field. Rutherford saying they have it.
Wider.
Wow. What did they do? Huge play for Rutherford. Their defense comes up clutch. First, they put pressure on the quarterback. He just tosses it away, and then there's a fumble. That could be the play that wins the game for the Bulldogs.
Most definitely. And if you're the quarterback there, you realize you're under pressure. You got to get rid of that ball, throw it away. But when you realize that, hey, I'm going to take a sack here, you got to take that sack. You can't have a turnover there. You can't give Rutherford a chance to capitalize off that.
I mean, yeah, it was going to be a risk with a little bit of a reward when he got it out. Only 6 minutes remain. But then the fumble, drive killer, obviously. And Rutherford, it's their game to lose now.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can cash in on this drive, not game over quite yet, but it'll go a long way to deciding this game. That's,
if you're the Redwings defense, you got to hold them to a field goal. You can't get a touchdown here because that extra point, we got to think back to that. That's a huge thing. Because you can get a touchdown here if you're Hoboken if you get the ball back, but then you got to go for that 2-point conversion. So Rutherford's in a great spot here.
Yeah. I mean, they're in field goal range no matter what happens unless they take a big sack or there's a turnover. That's just something you can't have happen. Here comes a run. That's a really nice run. Up to around the 10.
Now, Alex, if you're Rutherford here, do you just try and get in and score, or do you try and chew as much clock as possible and play more conservative?
I chew clock, but then when it comes down to third downs, I'm making sure that I move the chains and get into the end zone. Because a touchdown with the extra point makes it an 8-point game. So that means no consequences. You can't have the lead taken away from you on the next drive for Hoboken.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short run there.
Well, and I mean, how about Rutherford? They win this game. This is an unbelievable upset. I mean, we did not expect the 9-0 Redwings are in the danger zone right here.
Yeah, and what do you think has been the difference maker as we get under 5 minutes left? Who do you think has been the difference maker for Rutherford this game?
Honestly, I would say probably on the defensive side of the ball, how much that they've been able to make stops in that costly turnover that just happened for Hoboken, which that's the play we're going to look back on and say, hey, was this the deciding factor right here in this game?
Yeah, totally. And with the situation with Hoboken, touchdown and extra point puts them down 8. That missed extra point, it comes back to bite them again.
Most definitely.
All right, Rutherford knocking on the door. They're at around the 5-yard line here. And, you know, it seemed that most of the big plays and the big playmakers have been with Hoboken so far in this game. But Rutherford has done a really, really, really good job getting this lead back. And now they're knocking on the door here in the red zone. It's been a great game for them so far. Here comes a rush.
touchdown.
And yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, it looks like that's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. So it's going to be a 7-point game here?
Yeah, 7-point game.
And now they have an extra point to make it 28-20. That's good.
Wow. Unbelievable job by Rutherford. And now it's an 8-point game. You got to keep an eye on that 8-point lead right here. If Hoboken does get a touchdown, that 2-point conversion, that's going to be the biggest play.
And this is a situation you practice so much and you prepare for so much. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, down by 8. You need to go almost the length of the football field, depending on where this kickoff ends up. And Hoboken needs to make sure that they are 100% efficient on this drive. Make sure that they don't make any dumb mistakes down. They got to be calm and composed for this drive.
Yeah, and you got to make sure can't take a sack here and absolutely zero room for turnovers.
100%. Three minutes and 30 seconds remain. Rutherford leads by 8 in their home stadium here. This is possibly the last chance for Hoboken this game to get into the end zone and tie it up. The kickoff is like a squib right up the middle, and here comes a return for Hoboken. And he gets up just a little past the 30. Now, that was a nice return, but I saw at the end of that play, he kind of stuck the ball out, which could be a little dangerous. There could be a fumble on that play. Just something I saw that could use a little improvement, but definitely a great return there. Right, from the 30, they need to go 70 yards. And then get a 2-point conversion. That's a decent play for Hoboken there.
Yeah, good job by Rutherford. They kept him in bounds. That clock keeps moving.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're Rutherford, you just want to keep them in bounds. Hoboken's going to be attacking the edges here to try to get out of bounds. Walk. Just 3 minutes remaining. And Isaiah Blanks, he's been good in this game. He obviously had that one amazing touchdown throw earlier.
Yeah.
But now he needs to be the guy that leads Hoboken on this drive. Here's a deep throw.
Oh, he's got
a man. And that's caught.
Oh, my goodness.
He could go. He's at the 20-10, and he's got a touchdown. They're 2 points away from tying this game off. What a huge play. I was talking about Isaiah Blanks. He delivers an amazing throw.
That is unbelievable. What a throw. What a catch. And now 2 points separate them.
That's their top receiver, Jayon Walker, his second, I believe his second receiving touchdown of the game. Gets him up to 12 receiving touchdowns on the season.
Play of the game, in my opinion.
Definitely 100%, but if they miss this 2-point conversion, then I think we still look at that fumble as the play of the game.
Yeah.
He is in. We're going to tie up this game. Just 2 minutes remain, and they're going to tie it up. It will be 28-28. This is turning out to be
All right, now if you're Rutherford, to look on the positive side of things, you still have 2:37 to march down the field, and you only need a field goal to take the lead. So Rutherford needs to chew that clock out, and if they can't get any score here, they need to make sure that they don't give Hoboken any time to do anything.
100%. And that makes me think Miles Balchin on the run and John Gioa, who have both been efficient this game. John Gioa, the sophomore, definitely been very efficient throughout.
Should we go up a level, you think?
They need to be efficient and get into field goal range. They could win this game right here on this drive. But overtime is looming here for both these teams. There's some laundry down on the field. All right, now that the ball is moved back after the penalty, Hoboken's defense needs to be extra efficient on this drive. There's a return for Rutherford. He's going to be brought down after a solid return.
Yeah, phenomenal return. And now they're near midfield. And remember, only a field goal is what they need to take the lead. So
I mean, this is the perfect situation if you're Rutherford, right? You can easily take off all the clock, and you've got good field position. All you need is a point to win this game. The score stands at 28-28. That's a low snap. Balchin's going to take it himself, and Hoboken's defense swarms to get there. Play by the Redwings defense.
And I mean, we've seen Rutherford how many QB keepers they've done this game. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't. But that right there keeps that clock moving, which is great from Rutherford's point. And then this Hoboken defense, how great they've been. Despite the score, despite allowing 28 points, they've been phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is the first shootout I've ever seen where the defense didn't even look that bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Here comes a throw and a wide open receiver for Balchin to find, and that's caught by AJ Nunziato, the junior. Came into this game with 362 receiving yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. It's a great play, and only 2 minutes remain here. Rutherford moving down the field and now in plus territory. That was a great play.
Phenomenal play, great QB presence, fire to strike downfield. And now if you're Hoboken, you need a sack here. You need something to kill the momentum.
Don't miss the play.
There it is.
There's the sack of something you don't want to see. That was a great play there from Bulldogs defense.
Phenomenal play, right? Great way to get to the quarterback, and that kills the momentum just a little bit, and that's going to keep that clock moving as well.
Yeah, I totally agree.
This would be like a 50-something yard field goal from where they're at.
Up and only a minute remains. And this game is going to be a toss to the running back who's going to throw it, and he has a man. And that's an amazing play. Gets him into field goal range.
That is unreal. Trick play. Game's on the line here. Wow, what a play call. I love that.
Dude, who does that?
Right?
A minute left with overtime looming. That was a ballsy call there, and it worked out just fine.
I mean, that's like a Dan Campbell play design. That is unreal.
Yeah. And that was something else. I've never seen anything like that.
No, especially at that part of the field at this situation late in the game.
Yeah, now Rutherford's set up in field goal range after that game-changing throw by John NJSIAA. He excels in the rushing game, but I guess he's an amazing passer too.
Yeah, two-way player.
And only 41 seconds remain. If you're Rutherford, do you just kneel right now?
Yeah, you just want to try and center the ball, and you just got to run that clock. You don't want him kicking it from the right or left hash. You want
those
that
hashes are
right
scary.
down the middle. Most definitely. You don't want him kicking from the right hash. You want a nice centered ball. Try and do an inside run to the left.
Yeah. No, I completely agree here. Probably what you're doing. If you're the running back, do you go into the end zone? I would probably stop at the
I'd sit.
goal line here.
Hoboken might even consider letting them score unless they really believe that Rutherford's kicker could miss this kick. Very awkward position they're in.
Yeah, I'm going to question the play calling there just a little bit because obviously we know quarterbacks on rushes are more prone to fumbles. And I don't want to jinx it right now, but Miles Bolton has been great so far this game. But I would probably give it to my running back, have what you said and roll out left a little bit to get center with the goal.
Yeah, center the ball.
Only 34 seconds remain in this game. Timeout called. This one has been a great one so far.
What a game.
All right, and Rutherford has a chance to pull off technically an upset by these teams' record, but with that home field advantage, these teams came into this game also very equal. But Hoboken, the threat of losing an undefeated season here. It was their first 9-0 start in 20 years, since 2005. They went on to win a group championship that year and finish 12-0. But there is a big looming threat of losing this undefeated season to Rutherford here. A tied game, Rutherford's in field goal range. Looks like they're going to pass it here.
Touchdown?
And
I can't tell.
yeah. We don't have celebrations here.
Not sure what happened.
And it's going to be holding, actually. On Hoboken?
I think that's holding on defense.
Yeah, holding on Hoboken with 31 seconds remaining.
Wow.
That sets Rutherford up even better.
Yeah, I actually don't hate the holding there if that prevents a touchdown from Hoboken's defense. Didn't get a great view, though.
Still, though, Rutherford needs to center the ball here, right? I completely agree with what you said a minute ago about
Yeah, they need to center the ball. You don't want your kicker kicking from the right hash here.
Yeah, that's a
nice
weird angle.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially this close to the end zone.
I mean, here comes a pass to the corner of the end zone.
Did I call it? I hear celebration.
And the referees are having a discussion here. Rutherford's trying to get into the end zone. Not. It's going to be against Rutherford.
But did they say an eligible man downfield? What was that? Not sure what happened.
Yeah, well, I actually don't hate that call for Rutherford because now it puts it at a less severe angle if they're really not going to try to center the ball.
Yeah, you don't want to be kicking from the right or left hash that close to the end zone because they are
an illegal man downfield call on Rutherford. Yeah, in my professional opinion, I think that they should go for the field goal here, but it looks like they're trying to get into the end zone, trying to get 6.
Yeah, that is a big kick.
Yeah, and it was a touchdown before the flag on that last play. 28 seconds remaining with that timeout. Rutherford is in a great spot to win this game and have a chance to go on and win their 15th group championship if they win a semifinal game. Their last win was against Kittatinny in 2018, a huge blowout, as we said earlier in this game. It was 62-14 if you weren't there to watch it. 28 with 28 seconds left. Second down in the fourth quarter, and the ball's on the 7-yard line in the red zone. All right. It's going to be a botch snap. The quarterback falls on it. Luckily, Miles Bolchin able to get back on that.
Yeah, wow. Rutherford's very lucky they got that ball back. Because Hoboken jumps on that. We have overtime. And just remember this kicker, he's got to make this kick. Give Rutherford the lead and win this game. And yards like that matter a lot. Like, you miss a goal just a little bit, that could end up being a huge loss right there.
2 seconds remain. Right there. Just 2 seconds left. Still, they haven't centered the ball, because I completely agreed with what you said a couple minutes ago, that they need to center the ball. They must really believe in their kicker in a situation like this.
Yeah, a lot of trust in your kicker to make this kick. Season's on the line. And, wow, this is the kick of the season for this kicker, maybe even the kick of his life.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, it's going to be from a weird angle, obviously. And it's Graham Jordan, the junior kicker, who's going to attempt to win this game for Rutherford.
Wow, this is just an unbelievable atmosphere.
He's been perfect on extra points so far this game.
Yeah, that's their jinx. Looks like they're icing the kicker.
Yeah. Timeout going to be called here.
Yeah, this is chilly weather as well for the kicker. This is by no means an easy kick.
Yeah. Dude, if I'm the kicker, like, I'm getting stressed out here. I can't imagine what the kicker is feeling.
Yeah, most definitely.
And this kick sends Rutherford to the semifinals to play on Friday, November 7th against the winner of Shabazz versus Lyndhurst later today.
Well, here we go.
Huge kick from Jordan.
Season's on the line for Hoboken here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the stoppage here?
Another one.
That timeout, Hoboken? Wait, Rutherford?
And it just puts way more pressure on the kicker.
Yeah, who called that timeout? Was that Rutherford? That's an interesting timeout. Oh, no, penalty marker? Not sure what that is. Might have been a flag?
All right. Go. Kick of the season. Rutherford putting complete trust on the kicking leg of Graham Jordan.
Here we go.
It's a high snap, and it is up, and it is good. And that is going to end this one between Rutherford and Hoboken. Rutherford's going to be going to the semifinals to play the winner of Shabazz versus Lyndhurst. The game-winning field goal kick. Hoboken's season is ended in the most heartbreaking way. Both teams played a great game, but Rutherford comes out on top. 31-28 will be your final score. What a game.
Yeah, Rutherford, they just stunned the 9-0 Hoboken Redwings in unbelievable fashion. Season's on the line. And, I mean, what a job by the kicker. By no means an easy kick. With given the atmosphere from the right hash, weather chilly, not in his favor, and just split the uprights. And then they're moving on.
Yeah, and Hoboken moves to 9-1 on the season after an amazing start. And they're going to have to wait just a little longer to win that first group championships in 2015. And Rutherford, they have a chance now. They're advancing to the semifinals. They'll play it on Friday for a chance to go to the final on Friday, November 14th. All right, that's going to be it for us on HCST Athletics. I'm Alex Lefkowitz. My partner was Shane Guiney today. And we will see you for the next one. It was a great win for Rutherford today and a great game. The fans were great. And yeah, that's going to be it for us. Thank you to our sponsor, SanDisk. And we'll see you for the next game.